Should be live soon. Hit that like button. Should be live soon. All right, we're good now. We are live, guys. Welcome everyone to a great Sunday. We are live. So how is everyone doing, man? Take this thing off. So how's everyone?
We're cool. I'm cool. We're cool.
Okay.
Hector, what's up?
Hector is muted. Alan, you available yet? I see you're on, but are you ready to speak on anything yet? Yes, Alan probably still busy. All right, well, I'm not sure if you guys saw, I had one of my former players came on the YouTube last night. He reached out to me, and just wanted to touch bases with me because he's a hard worker, and he said he felt like he lost that drive. So he wanted to tap back into his coach, and give him some motivation. So I asked him to come on the YouTube, and I let him speak a lot yesterday. So I'm not sure if you guys saw it. If you didn't see it, just take the time and look back at it. He was reminiscing about his playing days with us for the Savants Academy Stars basketball program. So he expressed himself, very very well, and I was proud of him that he expressed himself like that. So that's good for us. As founding players, it goes to show what we are doing, is very beneficial, because it started as a basketball program, but now we have founding players who's making a difference in people's lives, and it's only going to get better. So definitely would like to see us continue to make our show every Sunday night, take it serious. Too many times I see people start something and don't finish it, and that's a recipe for disaster whenever you're doing something that can make a difference, but then you deviate and start doing other things and you kind of slow down from perfecting one or two things, and then sometimes everything take a hit when you do that, because what it is jumping around and nothing is really getting your attention. And I feel like that's majority of us in the world go through this. I've seen it, over the years of people starting businesses and just not sticking to it. You know, one month they're excited. Second month they have some struggles. Third month they're quitting. Or if they're not quitting, they're putting things on hold that was actually working, but maybe it's not working at their speed, and then they'll give up and try to do something else. And it's an ongoing thing where you're just trying different things, and nothing is really manifesting itself to where it's supposed to really be, because there's no focus on that one thing that you start. And it goes to show you, what you start you got to finish, because if you're not finishing, you're definitely going to suffer the headaches of jumping around to different things, you know and that's why I like to stay focused, and I definitely need people around me that's going to stay focused. I've been staying focused on the stocks. I stay focused on everything I do, but just speaking on stocks because that's what we're here mostly talking about right now. This is not an easy ride, and we got to stay focused on it. Just watch what's happening. It's like You just got to figure it out and do what's best for you. You know, come together. That's why we have this group. We got to come together and figure out, you know, exactly what's going on and capitalize on it. I think last week and the week before I mentioned about Moderna, Moderna vaccine company. So I mentioned about them that watch their stock. It goes down, buy more, and mentioned it, and I bought in. I bought more. I already have it, but opened up another account and bought it in there. Well, I didn't open up another account. Sorry, I bought it through Cash App. I just bought some more because I already have Moderna, but I decided to buy some more because I said, you know what? I'm just gonna treat this as a account where I buy and sell. The other account I'm holding on to Moderna. Again, it went from when I was telling people last week and the week before, it was about it was in its 150s, and now it's 185 last time I checked. So that's growth. Even if you put $2,000 in there and it turned into 2,200, you made $200. $200 that you didn't have, and it all adds up. And if you can find other stocks, that you kind of can judge, because that's what the analysts do. They just making judgments, so you can be your own analyst if you study the stock market and the crypto market. Just see how it's moving. I'm not sure of the name of the person who invented the candlesticks and and all that. But at the end of the day, they knew what they were doing when they did that. So we gotta know what we're doing to follow those candlesticks and use them as example. But I know it's hard, man. It's hard to stay the course because there's so much coming at everyone, and everybody got their own thing, their own family to worry about. But your family is only going to be better when you stick, and until you manifest that goal that you set for yourself. Well, that's my take. Anybody else?
Hey, Savon, how you doing? It's Alan.
I'm good, man. I'm here tired, man. I don't know if anybody see it in my eyes, but it was a long day for me. I leave tomorrow, but today was a long day, man.
Same here, man. I was moving furniture. I actually had to rent a truck. So that was my day, moving furniture today.
And you didn't call me to help? Hey,
I know you out there. I know you out there working, man. You out there hustling. So
yeah, I know. That's why I said that, because I'm hustling, and especially leaving tomorrow. Any other time, call me.
yeah, but what you say is true, man. You got to stay the course. It's not easy. And like I say on every Sunday, it's not easy getting on this, I would call meeting and discussing financial literacy and stocks. It's not easy, but especially when you see your stocks going red and going down, and but you just got to stay the course, like you said, and know at the end of the road there's a bigger goal, and we are all striving for this financial freedom.
Exactly. And a lot of times, Alan, people have to pay attention to their tendencies, and people have a tendency to, let's use Dogecoin, for instance. Everybody will get excited about Dogecoin because it's going up, and everybody will want to be here. Everybody will want to be part of that movement, that excitement, and they'll jump on and ride the excitement. But you have to take the good with the bad, and until a lot more people learn that, the people who just ride the excitement, they're gonna fall off. Because if you put so much pressure on yourself to only move through excitement, you're not gonna last. The person who actually tries the hardest at their hardest time are the ones that's gonna actually reap a lot more reward, because people who go off a hype is like you need. I always equal it to this. If I'm in a basketball game, I don't need the crowd to hype me up. I already know that that's a possibility that they'll do that. But if I live off of that, if they start booing me, then what? You can't just live off your hype. You got to be able to handle the hype as well as the boos. For some people that boo, it means they love it because I'm gonna prove you wrong because you're booing. So just to use that as example, it's like when the stocks are down or the crypto is down, treat it like boo and I got you. That's the way I look at it. Bitcoin went from 60,000 down to 30. I mean, that's half. That's half. You cut your money right in half right there. I mean, that's tough to handle. But what about the person that sold it, not sold it? What about the person that made money on the way down? That's somebody else's loss, but that's their gain. So got to figure out how to gain going up, gain coming down. You can do it with stocks, you can do it with crypto, you know. So me, I'm looking at Bitcoin dropping, and all I'm saying to myself is, listen, just buy, 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 buy. Because if I wanted a lot more at 30,000, and when it went to 40 and 50, I'm like, man, I wish I would have bought more at 30. And it's there now. I bought another Ethereum at 3,000, 3,500. I think it was like 3,000, a little bit over 3,000 when I bought it, but I put 3,005 in a third Ethereum. And look where it's at now. But it doesn't worry me one bit because I watch Ethereum and I can remember when Ethereum was $600, and I can remember when it went to $1,500, and I can remember when it went to $1,700, and I can remember it coming down from $1,700 down to $700, and it was at $600 for a while. So I watch it do this. Challenge it goes and it goes way back down, and then I watch it again go up to 2,000, and then it came way from 2,000. Once it made it over 2,000, it decided that it was going to go way back down to almost 1,000. That's tough for a lot of people to watch, but I watched it. So what I learned from that is, okay, this is what you do. This is how you move. So when Ethereum went to $4,000 or over $4,000, what do you think is going to happen? The same thing. Same exact thing is going to come down to 2,000 and even below. So, hey, I'm not seeing nothing I haven't seen before. And I'm not worried about my 2,500 that I put into my third Ethereum. I done made so much money off the previous two. The third one is not going to bother me. I bought it at a little higher, but the more Ethereum I have, the better for me. And then if it goes to $10,000, I'm good. If it goes to shits, I'm good too. Because it's money that I just put to the side and said, listen, let it do what it do. And that's it. But yeah, man, we got to definitely take the good with the bad. And when things are down, that's when you're supposed to actually show up. You're supposed to show up here excited. Like right now, I'm excited, but I'm tired. And that's basically what I'm struggling with right now is just being tired. But I still have that excitement in my gut. I'm looking at the stock market. As a matter of fact, when things went down and they started to go back up, I was like, man, I didn't buy enough. And then it came back down. And I'm like, wow, here goes another opportunity to buy some more because it's going to ride up. And I'm saying to myself, man, I'm getting ready to go to Jamaica. So I'm like, man, I can't buy as much as I want to at this low price. you know, and I already start seeing it going up, going back up, you know. So people are capitalizing on this, guys. Very, very much so. Capitalizing on it. You see, look at what crypto is doing, guys. People are capitalizing on it. Anything?
It was crazy, Savon. I was thinking about something because I was looking at something on Twitter. Someone posted a chart of all the companies China banned. And basically, the person was being sarcastic. They said, anytime China bans a company, you should know that it's a good company to invest in. This person, you know, one of the companies China banned was Google. And look at Google now, you know?
Yeah. See that? Exactly. And one of the person that was it the SEC sued Elon Musk. They sued Elon Musk and Google.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, somebody. I think it was the SEC. They sued Elon for his company and Google for their company, just like they suing XRP now. Yep,
Yeah, nothing new under the sun, man.
exactly. Yeah, man. Nothing is easy, man. Nothing is easy. I remember when Elon was going on SNL. I'm saying everybody, with most people, is like, "Hey, this thing is going up." Man, listen, man. If it was that easy, man. If it was that easy, I mean, we can't think it's that easy for Dogecoin to go to $1 that easy because they already know. Just look at it like this: Elon Musk can say what he want to say, and the coin do what he say, or not even or. If Elon first comes out and say something good about Dogecoin, and it goes up because he said something good about it, now you trick the people into, yo, I gotta listen to Elon Musk. He's one of the richest guys. So let me ride his coattail and buy some Dogecoin. So you're gonna buy out of fear of missing out because he's a millionaire, he's a billionaire, or whatever he is, and you're like, all right, I'm jumping in, just straight off of his word, off his hype. So now you're following this dude. That's not being a leader. Actually, following him. I'm a leader. I don't follow. So I don't care if he's rich because they play games. So I'm not playing games with my money. I'm not playing nothing I'm not rolling with nothing Elon come out and say. I'm gonna be smart for myself. So I'm a leader. I'm not following. I'm not following. The only person I'm gonna follow is God. And if I'm gonna follow human beings, I'll probably jump off a bridge somewhere following them. The only thing I can have is a little bit of faith in myself and to capitalize on what us as human beings say. But if it doesn't make sense, you got to follow your damn self, especially if you do your homework. We have this group here, and it's to limit the nonsense that we hear. We in this little group because we making a difference. We're not trying to listen to everybody. We're not trying to listen to Twitter. We're not trying to listen to none of them social medias. We're not trying to listen to Elon Musk either. I know I'm not telling nobody what to do, but we're in a group where we can share information. Nobody has to really agree, but we can still come together and try our best to do what's best for us. But I can say this, and we should be sharing experiences. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 people on, and I do believe that we all should be sharing our experiences, and we should all learn from each other. And I'm sharing my experience right now and telling you, I don't trust Elon Musk. I don't care what nobody say. I don't trust him. That's just me being real. I don't trust him. And my reason for not trusting him is they play games. Hold on. Yeah, they play games. I'm never gonna trust that. I'm never gonna trust somebody I don't know. Somebody that, Alan, I trust you a hell of a lot more than I trust Elon. Promise you that. We talk every day. I put more trust in that than what Elon would ever have to say. I don't care if Elon said Dogecoin was going to $10 tomorrow. I call him a darn fool, to be honest, in my head and out loud right now. But I'm just telling you, Alan, I trust you more than I trust what Elon's going to tell me what to do. Speaking of that, Alan, what do you say to that? Because I literally trust you more than Elon, to be honest.
That's a good thing, man.
Well, I just want you to know it's actually true. When you call me and tell me something about a stock, and I just put it together and say, okay, what is this stock going to do? This is what Alan said. Let me go research it. Alan's researching it. I'm researching it. And then we both find, the importance in that stock, like how you feel about Kanos. Ain't nobody can change that. Elon can't say nothing to change what we believe in Kanos. I don't care if he's the inside man. We the inside man. Because last time I checked, the world turns. And I see stuff happen over and over and over. That's why they use us. They know what we gonna do. Well, I know what they gonna do too. I don't have to be in that meeting, whatever meeting they be having. I just see how the world turns, and I'm capitalizing on it. And it's gonna take a darn long time. Hey, I ain't no fool. It's gonna take a darn long time. We don't know when Dogecoin gonna go to $1, and Elon can't tell me when. We don't know when Bitcoin gonna go 100,000, and Elon can't stop taking Bitcoin enough. I don't care. I don't care. He can come out tomorrow and say Bitcoin is whatever. I still don't care. So I really don't care what nobody say. So Alan, when you bring a stock to my attention, or whatever you bring to my attention, that's more important than anything that Elon has to say, to be honest. I heard many things about Moderna, and I did not care what nobody had to say, because I know what's happening. Nobody can tell me nothing. I can see for myself.
What's happening to sorry, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to ask a question on someone who asked before, which I never got to address. It's basically the person wanted to know our strategies on picking stocks or picking certain currencies, but mostly like the stocks itself. Because Savan has his way of picking the stocks. My way of picking is just basically researching the company and seeing what things are they doing new, and figuring out who are they connected to, and if they keep innovating, constantly innovating, and looking to do better things. It's like, for example, Apple. Apple's always changing and reinventing something, or improving on something. So those are the companies that how I usually pick a stock, is when not basically if they're in the news or not. It's just basically the things that they're doing. So that's like one strategy I use. And also I pick my stocks based on what I'm using. Like for example, I use Shopify because I use it for my site, and that's another strategy that I use for what things that I be using, because it's like I'm part of the company. I'm using your product. Let me have stock in that product. So that's the things, the way I do it. So I don't know how Hector or Alan, Savannah will explain. He does his own research by looking at the company itself And so I don't know, and if anyone else wants to address that or put their input.
No, what you said, Ed, that's true. You look up the company, you look up some recent news on the company, you do your research. Google can be your best friend. So we're not in the old days where you got to go to the library and check out a book and look at information or read information page by page. You can go online. So most of us use various sources like Twitter. I may use Twitter, I may use Google, but I use Twitter in a different way, not just for rumors, but I follow CEOs of the companies. For example, OCGN, I have a high conviction play in OCGN. That's one of my favorite plays. I have a lot of shares. I follow the CEO, so when the CEO posts, hey, we just released our FDA, or we're getting ready to submit our FDA application. Soon as they, announce something like that on social media, soon as the market opened, guess what happened? OCGN starts jumping because people are reacting to news, they're reacting to rumors. They didn't even submit their paperwork to FDA. They just say, hey, we're getting ready to submit our application to FDA. Here's a picture of it. And they post it on their social media. So that's one tool I use to determine what a stock is going to do that day. But with the stock market, you don't know. It could go either way. And that's one thing Savan taught me, and he told me you gave him some insight, Ed, about that. You can't always believe everything you hear. Sometimes good news means bad news, and bad news means good news. These analysts will put out bait, and they know that new investors and people will just jump into it like, oh my God, and then they wait till all the new investors throw their money in, then they pull out and the stock drops. A new investor gets discouraged and they say, you know what, I'm gonna cut my losses. I tried it, but it wasn't a good shot for me. So you just have to read through all the fluff because they put a lot of fluff out there. And that's one thing Savan has taught me. When you do your research, read through the fluff.
Right. I see people responding on the YouTube, and B Spice, I guess they use Seeking Alpha app and using the Google feed as a tool. So I guess that's one.
Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of websites. Seeking Alpha, I know about that one too. There's a lot of websites. I can't name them all in my head, but various sources.
Okay. I gotta look at Seeking Alpha.
Having a little audio. You guys hear me all right?
Yes, we hear you.
Yes.
So you guys think about using I think Google has a something about trending that they can send notification.
I actually use it.
Okay.
Give me one second. I'm actually going to go to mine right now. Alan made a great point. Twitter is great. I don't do stocks at all. I'm just doing crypto right now. I will be doing stocks, but I want to make a couple of bigger plays on crypto and then, start focusing a little bit more on stocks. But I do a lot of, sorry, let me just pause this. And sound is okay, right? I just made a change.
Mm-hmm.
So I do a lot of, you just mentioned one, Ed. I have the Google News. So if you use Google News, it basically does like an aggregator, and it grabs, if I just type in crypto, I'm just going to go right to it. It will show me, let's say, State, Yahoo Finance, CoinDesk, Market Watch, Yahoo Finance. So it basically gives me a lot of news. Also, CoinDesk, not CoinDesk. Jesus, what do we use? I use so many things. I gotta open them up. I gotta go to my favorites.
Coinbase.
Coinbase. I'm sorry, Coinbase. So some of these are, like Alan said, some of these things, these outlets are pump and dumps, right? People are they're gonna flock to some news, and they're gonna, they're gonna get their gains and they're gonna move out. I think some of that information is great for people that are swinging or taking position, getting in and getting out. If you're investing and you believe in the technology, for example, you mentioned Shopify. If you believe in that technology, you think Shopify is going to be around forever, and it doesn't matter what other, and this is your personal opinion, what other website's going to come along and try to take a market share in that space. If you really believe that they are the strongest, then you gotta go in, and you're investing for the long haul. I mentioned XRP. They got their battles, but I believe that technology scares a lot of people, and I think that, like Alan mentioned earlier, this is bad news for some people, and it's good news for me. I like Market Cap. Market Cap is at the website. Coin Market Cap. Because you can actually see the interest of the value of the coin, and then aside from the news and the technologies, but you do want to see what the value of the coin is. When you see something in the 5 billion and 9 billion, and the top five are 25 billion and up, that's a huge indicator for a good pick. Aside from the technology that you agree with it, then you look at what the interest is. So I guess playing devil's advocate, the market cap for Doge is huge. I mean, they were at higher than some of these stocks that have been around, for like 100 years. They've been around. I think their numbers are something like partially. Let me see what they're at now. But partially what market cap, 38 billion. So I thought it was somewhere near 50, but 38 billion is their market cap. So that's an indication right there. I think they're definitely top 10. They might be creeping up in the top 5. That's awfully high. So that's how I pick. I obviously would like, the 3 month to a year chart to look, happy up. Obviously, it's going to move a lot. I'm investing for the long haul in most of this stuff. Alan, are you taking any quick positions in and out of anything recently? With all of this noise, all this red?
No, I haven't been out. So to answer your question, I've been in. I've been buying up. As I mentioned on prior meetings, a red day means clearance for me. So I've been buying.
Yeah.
So
It's
I've
on
been
the
buying
rack.
Doge. Yeah. One new crypto that I bought, I don't know, you may be able to better explain how it works, is Polygon.
Polygon, is that another internet? I think I heard of this before.
Well, Polygon used to be called
Polymatic.
It used to be called Matic.
Matic, yeah.
Correct.
Polygon
Correct,
Matic,
correct.
something like that. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. It is a smart. Okay, it's a bridge. It's a smart contract like Ethereum. I have not heard of it. I'll look into it for sure. What made you consider it or get in?
Well, I'm still researching it, but it's basically a coin that complements the Ethereum platform. Basically, it has benefits that are very attractive to the Ethereum founders. So I'm still researching it a little bit,
Yeah.
but it basically creates a security layer within the Ethereum platform. So the Ethereum founders are really eyeing this coin. So again, I'm still researching it, but
it looks like it's a
from what I'm
scaling
reading,
solution for it. Yeah, it's a scaling solution for Ethereum in it, and the idea where you have, like, for example, which I had before, Chainlink. With anything that runs off of that background and can improve Ethereum, people are going to take interest. They're going to take interest probably faster than they're going to take interest as of a Ethereum killer, like a Cardano. Um, People are not going to play friendly with it. They know it. They're on opposite ends. And I think one of the main founders of Ethereum did some real dirty stuff recently. I think he transferred a ridiculous amount of coins to a cold wallet and then like killed it. So it's gone for forever. Oh, I think that was for Dogecoin he did that for. Never mind.
No, that was for Shiba coin.
Oh, was that for
wasn't it?
Shiba?
Yes,
Yeah, that was for Shiba.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that might sound familiar. No, I'll definitely take a look at Polygon. I've been looking at, I think I mentioned it last week, really late in the game when we did a 3-hour, 4-hour marathon. I was looking at MetaDash, MetaHash. I was looking at MetaHash, just getting a little bit more familiar with MetaHash. And it looks like it's one of those, more efficient systems, but it's also a application development platform to really, really build on I believe it's also Ethereum backbone. But what got me to start looking at it was definitely price and the type of technology that you can build. And anytime you have kind of a bridge network and it's kind of new, people may flock to it, so it's a technology that's,
You said MetaHash?
yeah, it's called MetaHash, like a hashtag.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I've been looking at that. It's very attractive in price. It's like a penny, but it's also something that is too new, kind of like my note. I wrote some notes down. Kind of like what's this guy? We talked about it last week too. Polkadot, like that. So Polkadot is decentralizing the internet. So when you start kind of recreating the wheel, people take a little bit of a step back. And MetaHash is one of those things that they're creating a platform to create more and more other platforms. So when the way somebody explained this, and I don't remember his name, but it's the best explanation of Bitcoin versus Ethereum is such. Bitcoin is Nike, right? The best sneaker manufacturer on the planet. The biggest, the strongest. The marketing is just everything that they do is perfect. Ethereum is a shoe factory. So they can make Nike, they can make Prada, they can make Dior, they can make Gucci, they can make Saucony, they can make Adidas, they can make Puma, and the list goes on and on and on. So that is Ethereum. It is a framework to build the smart contracts, to build other platforms and other coins and other things, other technologies. Bitcoin has absolutely no value. It's a dinosaur. It doesn't move well. It's super slow. I actually did a test between XRP and Bitcoin, and XRP just smoked Bitcoin. In the test that I did, sending it from one wallet to another just as a transaction. Not a lot of coin, obviously, but it's just it doesn't have the technology. It's really slow.
One question to ask you. Thinking about all these crypto, but I know people want to like what platform like MetaHash and the other.
So, like Alan mentioned with Polygon, it's a bridge platform. So sometimes it's either a security or a network or a protocol. So with these technologies, we have to remember that we're investing in technologies as well. Kind of like with a company, you mentioned stocks, and you're investing in something that you use and you believe it. So a lot of these coins, like when I got put onto what's on my board, when I got put onto like Engine, XLM, XTC, XTZ, Ripple, and XRP, um, Rock Token, XLM, which is Stellar. So all of these were technologies that I was starting to understand. And then I started looking at the actual currency of it. The currency just moves the transactions. And that's what funds these coins and these projects, because there has to be some money coming in. Even now, it's staking a coin. You're funding a coin. I forgot who was on last week, and I couldn't find it on Coinbase. I just was losing my mind. I was thinking out, I was just overthinking it. I couldn't find where to stake a coin. So he told me where it was. Actually, he mentioned it, and then I had to Google it, and it popped up. The point is, you're investing in these technologies. So now Ethereum is working on Ethereum 2.0. They're staking Ethereum, but that stake is an investment in Ethereum 2.0. Polkadot has one of the most aggressive. That's how actually I started looking at Polkadot, and Savant mentioned it. But I was looking at Polkadot only because it had the most aggressive staking percentages. So I was really attracted to the idea of a decentralized web 3.0, as they're calling it. And it's attractive to understand that, we're looking at net neutrality. We're looking at areas where the internet is being controlled. So the same way that we look at a decentralized coin, well, people have wanted a decentralized internet forever. You don't want to be told that you can't go here, you can't go there. And people think that the internet is neutral. It's not. There are places like you guys mentioned. Somebody mentioned China. Alan mentioned China. Well, you can't use Google in China. Period. Like they don't want Google. There's a phone. It's not one. It starts with the H. I always mispronounce it. I forgot the name of the phone, but they're like a competitor to Samsung. Well, Samsung said, no soup for you. Samsung said, you're not able to use the store. The store. So now everything has to be distributed through your website, through an APK, a package, an application package kit, I think it's called, or something like that. So no Google store for you, no soup for you. So when you're talking about a decentralized market or internet or whatever it is, people want to be able to do what they do without any rules or without any regulations. Well, anyway, Polkadot is that type of technology, which is, I think it's too new. Yeah.
What I meant to explain about Polygon was Polygon, and I think I said this in the beginning.
Yeah.
Polygon serves as a security layer for Ethereum because Ethereum has not been shown to be secure. They had an Ethereum Classic got hacked and a lot of coins got stolen a few years back. That's why they came out with the new Ethereum. That's why you have Ethereum and you have Ethereum Classic. So that's why we got to keep an eye on Polygon, which is also goes by the name Matic, because they serve as a security layer that runs on the Ethereum platform. And also this coin is based in India.
Is it going to be is it under the Ethereum platform? Like is it using that? Oh, never mind. I just answered that. It is running on the Ethereum blockchain. Yeah, it's ERC20. Yeah, I just found it.
Correct. So I'm putting it on you guys' radar because you have a few early investors in this coin right now, including Mark Cuban.
The market cap's 11 billion, man. This is not a joke right here. So I was talking about how I pick them. So if you're bringing that coin to my attention, the first thing I'm going to look at is the market cap. I'm going to look at how serious is it. 11 billion is pretty serious.
Definitely.
Yeah, this is something.
And let me give you guys an example, because we're talking about research and reading through fluff, right? Ed was asking, how do we research? For example, I have a buddy, he's heavy into investing. He lives in Atlanta. He texts me a screenshot. He says, hey, CTRM is at $3. But because I did my research, I know that's BS. So he was just testing me.
Yeah.
CTRM is a dry goods shipping company that I used to invest in. I sold it because I didn't like certain things the company was doing. The company will be profitable and it will lift off, but just not right now. The stock was at, and again, I'm explaining this not to get off the coins, but just to tell people why it's important to do your research.
Right.
The stock was initially at 20 cents. It jumped up to 30 cents. It jumped up to 50 cents. And at one point it was $1. Then it dropped off to 34 cents. Then my buddy sends me this screenshot. Hey, it's at $3. But if I didn't do my research, I would have been like, man, I missed out. But I did my research because the stock dropped so low. The company was basically being, basically the company was about to be delisted off the NASDAQ. So they did a reverse stock split and they did something where they combined the stocks to raise it above $1 just so NASDAQ wouldn't drop them. And they consolidated your shares. So again, that's why it's important to do your research. If I didn't do research, I would have looked at this like, man, I sold this stock at 54 cents, now it's $3. I lost. No, if I had 1,000 plus shares and they did some consolidation for every 10 shares you get, or you had, they made it 1 share or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
So I did research, I looked it up. So I'm like, okay, I don't like what this company just did. So really I didn't lose. The stock price went up, but they did it in a way that I didn't agree with. So I'm glad I was out of that stock. Again, not to interrupt, I just wanted to give our listeners, you know, just a little insight as to why it's important to research and know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm looking at Polygon now, and I'm seeing the movement with Mark. You know, anything in my book, you know, definitely do your research, but anything that's going to make Ethereum better, it deserves a good look, you know, before you give it the full nod, because it's one of those networks. Well, it's not one of those networks. It's the number 2 network or coin and the number 1 when it comes to actual technology. Because again, going back, comparing it to Bitcoin being the Nike and Ethereum being the actual factory that can build anything. You know, a lot of coins, you know, going back to like NFTs, 90% of them are higher are running through Ethereum. You have to purchase Ethereum in order to get involved with these NFTs. That's going to be the gas. So that alone is going to push Ethereum up, because somewhere you have to buy Ethereum. You have to. There's no way around it. Yeah, I'm actually looking at Polygon now. I'm wondering if they got any decent. I might have seen them. You know, I might have seen them on in the staking. Forgot if they came up. They might have come up in crypto.com when I was looking at staking. And that's how I found MetaHash, actually, because they had one of the most aggressive, and Polkadot, the most aggressive staking. And just so everybody is clear, staking is when you're investing. You can't pull your money out, you can't trade it, you can't move it. So you're basically investing money, kind of like a CD, in order to help something grow. You know, when you do a CD, you're helping the bank grow. You know, they're investing your money, but you get some kind of interest, a higher interest, because you can't pull your money out. So staking is the same. You can do 1 month, 3 months, and like a year. And you basically will gain anywhere from 5.5% to, I've seen 20%. So that's something that's relatively, it's not new, but anytime you see earn, if you look up any website, any exchange, and you see the word earn, more than likely that's going to steer you into a staking area. So you can stake a coin.
Hector, let me ask a question. When you stake your coins, does the company that you're staking your coins with, do they borrow your coins?
I've seen, I haven't staked anything yet, but I've seen it, yes, that they do lend them. And another time it's just locked. So you can't pull them out. So I'm going to assume that's why you can't pull them out because the coins are available. But the way I'm understanding the staking, and again, I probably will be staking some heavy numbers in the next couple of months. I will say I'll probably get involved in the next month, 3 weeks to a month. I'm going to probably stake some big numbers. And it fits like a CD that you can't take your money out, So that's how I'm seeing it, because you can't pull it out, you can't move it from one wallet to another. Your coins are locked in. I'm looking at crypto.com, which I can't get an account. So I'm in New York, but I like their charts, the way that they show you the. They also have a Visa card that gives you up to 8% spending, which is ridiculous. Here it is, up to earn crypto earn. So now I'm looking at. I'm still looking for Polygon, by the way, because I know I've seen the name. Yeah, it wasn't on crypto.com. I'm just really curious where I saw it. Yeah, I don't know. Decentraland has a decent. I think they were at 5.5%. There's a very aggressive ways to make a little bit more money than obviously putting it in the bank. The percentages are. Going back to your clearance, I'm gonna do a quick mic check. Hold on, sorry. So I was having problems.
I think Ed dropped off. I don't see Ed in the chat anymore. Hector, if you're speaking, I cannot hear you.
How about now? You hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah, something's going on with my with this guy. Something is I gotta figure it out with software. I don't know what's happening. The buttons look like they're active, but so now I'm going off of this guy.
I thought you were lip syncing for a minute there.
I wish I'd make a little side money lip syncing. I was talking about Polkadot, and it's an old conversation using new technology to solve an old problem. Um, Probably about
We're
5 years.
lip syncing for a minute there.
I wish I'd make a little side money lip syncing. I was talking about Polkadot, and it's an old conversation using new technology to solve an old problem. Um, Probably about
We're
5 years.
lip syncing for a minute there.
I wish I'd make a little side money lip syncing. I was talking about Polkadot, and it's an old conversation. So I don't know what's happening here with Ed. Is he gonna get back on? Oh, he is back on.
You see me?
Yeah, yeah.
I got onto the computer.
Yeah. So I was saying about Polkadot, it's a coach mentioned it last week, and it's a new conversation on old technology or an old idea. New conversation, but an old idea. The old idea is the decentralized um, internet, um, and it's something that I remember. I think maybe 5 years ago, it was a conversation: net neutrality and decentralizing internets. I have to look it up when it was a net neutrality. Yeah, so it was supposed to really kick off in 2021 or 2020, but the talk started probably in 2019. So it was a concern. Laws went into effect. The GDPC laws, I think they're called yeah, GDPR laws went into effect, which are the general data protection regulation laws. That I think that started in 2018. Yep, 2018. So Polkadot is jumping on something that's it's again it's an old conversation, new technology with blockchain. I don't know how the two, like I don't understand it to, like, internet and blockchain, like I don't get that concept, but there are really smart people that do get it. I don't have to get it. I have no idea. But going back to MetaHash, MetaHash is an application management. So the definition. MetaHash decentralized application management protocol building on its native trace chain protocol, the self-described blockchain 4.0 network uh, uh, optimizes for fast throughput on an efficient application development and deployment. So how it's going to be used, um, it's kind of like what you mentioned, Polygon as a bridge. So it's not only as an application management platform, but I'm sure it'll be used as a bridge for deployment, for development. And my attraction was a penny. I wanted to see if I could ride one of these guys out that have the ability to go up 5 or 10x in a short period of time. I think it was at a penny when. Yeah, it was still at it's fluctuating between 1 and 1.6.
Can't hear you, Hector.
I'm getting summoned by all sorts of chats are popping up. Any? I know we chatted. Do you have any other questions, Ed? I know you usually look at um you look at the questions that are coming inbound. That we got any new questions, any new topics?
No, not really. It was basically this was a question that was sent in the email on the strategies that people use to buy their stock in crypto.
Yeah,
So that was the question I didn't had a chance to ask before.
sure. And I didn't have. I was busy with something else. I didn't have an opportunity to chime in on this. Coach was talking about, kind of like when the going gets tough, the tough get going type of,
Mhm.
conversation. Um, my son came to me last night at 2:30 in the morning. I was still up. He was up, and he wanted me to buy him $100 of Bitcoin so he can convert it into VET and something else. I don't remember what it was. So he sees the prices and he's there on the edge of his chair waiting for VET to go under 10 cents, and it's fluctuating between 10 and 11 cents right now, but he saw it dip to 8 cents. So, he's 15 years old and he's watching, he's reading some of the technologies, but I'm like, I want him to get more in tune than not in the technology and not take my word for it, you know. But the point is, Alan said a lot of this isn't, it's on sale, and 100%. Like I'm still digging in the couches and I'm counting my pennies and um I have some stuff actually that I have to put tomorrow. I have to put some stuff on eBay, just stuff that I don't need, that I have no use for them, and hopefully I can make $300-400, and that's more coin, more coin money, more current crypto,
Mhm.
because everything's on sale. I saw VET at 11 cents or 10 cents. I didn't see it dip under. I'm glad I didn't see it. I probably would have lost my lunch if I would have saw it at 8 cents. I would have been like, God, because it was on its way to like 24 cents, 21, 24 cents. It was fluctuating for a while. So, and that is a big China. That's all China. VET is all China. So who knows what's going to happen? There's a lot of money invested in these technologies. They need this technology. It's not a Dogecoin. This is actually technology that China does need. So for them to ban mining, I get, but you can't mine some of these coins. These coins are not made to be mined. They're centralized. They're not decentralized coins. They're centralized coins that have technologies built into them. So whatever the regulations are in China, you guys gotta like ease up. I think once they ease up, kind of like XRP, how XRP shot up to over $1 when they were getting through what they got through. Fed will probably do the same. So, we're in the topic of research. I'd like to find out if there are other coins that are kind of, Chinese coins, kind of like VET. If, to call them Chinese coins, I don't know if that's correct or not, but technologies that are going to be used heavily by China. So I may have to do my research on that because I think when China reduces kind of the regulations, I guess things might move a certain way.
Mhm.
And I know I looked at 2 or 3 coins. I don't have my took some notes on a pad that I was in into the block.com, and I was looking at kind of like the numbers, transaction numbers between east and west, and just thinking out loud, how much money is being moved on a large scale from the west, you know, out there. I don't know what was the impact. I mean, the impact in like market share, it was something like 2.4 trillion to 1.6 or 1.4 where we are now. I think we're at like 1.6 in the market cap. So meaning all of the money combined. So just to put it, I guess for everybody, gold is at 19 trillion. That's usually about where gold is. 19-20 trillion dollars as a whole. Cryptocurrency was at like 2.5 as a whole.
5
So
trillion, you said?
trillion, yeah. So I'm looking at the numbers now, ranking global charts. So if we look at where we were before, where we are now, the entire global crypto market is at 1.5 trillion. It used to be at about 2.5. So, and I'm talking about used to be as in 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago when the market, when China announced what they announced, that they're banning cryptocurrency, mining of cryptocurrency. The total DeFi, so DeFi is at 9.2, which is huge. So DeFi is like, I can't think of too many right now. Cardano, I think, fits into that. Definitely VeChain. I think Ethereum might. DAI. There's a couple of ones that are like financial based, which hold most of the market. Not most, like 10%.
Hector, could I say something?
Yeah, for sure.
Me personally, I just think China's kind of playing games.
Yeah.
Because if we delve a little bit deeper, some of the mining done through China is actually outsourced. So even if China bans mining of crypto, they can always outsource it. For example, some developers of Bitcoin, of cryptocurrency based in China, they outsource the work to developers in the US.
Yeah.
So China could ban whatever they want, but they can't, you know what I'm saying? They're just playing a game. I sent Savannah a chart when Bitcoin was $1. It hit around $7. China banned Bitcoin at that time. Look at Bitcoin now. So right now, we're going through a market rotation. One day you'll see NFTs. Everyone's going crazy over NFTs. GameStop just announced they're in development of NFTs. One day you'll see EVs are hot. Everyone's buying EV stocks. The next thing you know, crypto's hot. So right now, the only thing that's happening is a market rotation. That's why you see a lot of stocks that we're in. If you're in some, or you said you weren't in them, some of them are red. What's happening now? A lot of the market is rotating back to value stocks, Apple, and all the big players, right?
Right.
So if you notice, it's just a big rotation that keeps going on. Just a few months ago, EV charging stations were hot. Everyone was talking about, let me invest in EV charging stations. Let me invest in lithium because we have a shortage of lithium. And then those stocks went kind of red and dead and no one was talking about them. Now everyone's starting again to talk about EV charging station. It's just a rotation. That's all it is.
Would you think that rotation is like same thing as the trend? What's trending?
it's hard to tell. It could just be a trend, but at the same time, you have the big guys, the big companies, corporations, they're playing with people's money, right? They know sometimes when something trends, everyone has the tendency to throw their money in there. And then they pull out and you're left holding the bag and you know, again, then you see your stocks red and you're like, you know what, let me pull out before I lose everything. And then the market rotates again back to that same stock. Look at AMC. I bought AMC at one point when it was, look at AMC. AMC was $8 when I was looking at it, and it almost touched $30 on Friday.
Right.
All right.
AMC went to what? $30 almost?
Yeah, look at the chart on Friday. AMC touched 29.75.
Wow.
if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
I see it.
But I looked at it last month. I believe it was around, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not looking at the
28.
chart.
It went
It
to
is right.
33 and change.
Oh, there you
Wow.
go. There you go. It's market manipulation and a market rotation. That's all that's happening.
It doubled.
And that's to say, well, Savon said, you gotta do your research because, you know, and understand what's going on. You know, you gotta see things for
Correct.
what it really is instead of listening to what everybody else is saying. Cause you know, it feels like they're giving you a hint, but they can't really say exactly what it is. It's just like you gotta read within the words. That's how it feels.
Yeah, I agree with that, Ed. I think it's definitely reading, but you know, using AMC for example, I don't think it's any kind of manipulation. I think it's the rotation of where we are with COVID, right? A lot of, you know, they announced Friday or Wednesday or Thursday, because I went to the office Wednesday and Thursday, and I don't remember what day they announced it, but they said all restrictions are lifted for school. So kids are going back to school. If it's going to be day camp, summer camp, you know, you can be without a mask if you're vaccinated, etc.
Yeah.
So once school opens up, there's going to be a lot for, let's say, New York, or let's say for the ones that were being a little bit more conservative, right? So that's going to fluctuate the market. That's going to, like, even for right now, let's say I went to go buy a car this weekend. Actually, I bought a car. We bought a car. It's my first cool kid car. I got a cool kid car. Watch out, people. I've had small cars and minivans, and so I can't take it yet because it has to get the certification, the pre-certified through. It's only got 3,000 miles on it, but it's got to go through all the rigorous testing, etc. But guess what? There were no big sales on cars. Because why should they give a sale? People are buying cars like crazy. You can't fly, so you're driving everywhere. So car manufacturers, there's very few incentives. You might get zero financing for 5 years, 72 months, 36 months, 72 months, depending on what it is. But that's nothing new. They've done that before. But you're not going to see these big $5,000, cash back or $3,000 trade in on, bring whatever jalopy you got. They're not really doing that because people are buying. So right now with AMC, I missed the boat. I missed the boat on AMC. Like I didn't even think about that. Like that would have been an easy double your money. Boof, there it is, $12 or $24, and that's just what Alan just said. It's that market rotation. We're moving from one thing to another. Totally market rotation, I think, in AMC.
Someone mentioned that Disney is not requiring the mask now. So, that bought some stocks in it. So you think
It's already been moving for from what I was watching, like 6 months. It's been moving up. It's been making some changes, but because it's already at a high, I don't know where it was at before, like 150 something, or 170 something. Let me see. Yeah, it's at
But what it
178. So
appears is that the same thing that happened with GameStop is happening with AMC. They call it a short squeeze.
yeah,
Mhm.
you think it's pumping and they're gonna just ride it?
That's what I think. I mean,
Yeah,
again, look at GameStop. I mean, GameStop is a brick and mortar. I mean, the stock went up to 400 and change. Why would GameStop be more valuable than another?
yeah. You're right. I'm looking at the AMC's year chart, and those big jumps. That's market manipulation. So I'll take it all back.
No,
I'm looking at the
what
big
happened is
jumps.
you have, yeah, what happened is you have a lot of these, small institutional investors like ourselves, but these other people, they have a Reddit chat and they're getting together to pump up the stock because a lot of corporations have shorts on it, right? So these big corporations are losing a lot of money. That was the whole that was the whole controversy with GameStop, right? A
Yeah,
lot of
with
companies were shorting.
absolutely.
Correct. So, and that's one thing we have to learn too, how to make money. Me and Savan discussed that. We got to start playing more options, which are
Option.
calls and puts. So we could be making money going down when the stock is going
And up.
down, and we can make money when the stock is going up. So that's why you see plays like AMC and GameStop exploding, not because they're great companies. I mean, it's a movie theater. It's great. I love the movies, but it's not my go-to, especially, right now during COVID. But these investors online, these small investors, they know that big corporations are putting multi-millions of dollars that this company would fail. They're having option puts. So they're betting, basically a put is where you betting that a stock is going to go down. So the lower it goes, the more money you make. So these small investors like ourselves are saying, you know what, they're betting these stocks going down. Let's pump this stock up. So now these these big investors, these hedge funds, they're pumping billions and they're losing a lot of money. So that's why platforms like Robinhood had to go to court. They had to, the SEC was looking at them because when people were making hundreds of thousands of dollars, small people like us, well, not that we're small, but regular everyday investors like us, were making hundreds of thousands of dollars. And when you tried to cash out, GameStop was blocking, not GameStop, Robinhood was blocking.
Robinhood.
Yeah, Robinhood was blocking it. So that's why people were kind of saying Robinhood was manipulating the market. So that's what's happening with AMC. I spoke to my neighbor who's invested in AMC. He told me, we were talking about it when AMC was $12, I think, like a few weeks ago. And I told him, I said, I bet you this thing is going to eventually hit $50. I wouldn't be surprised because it's being pumped.
Yeah, no, you're 1000% correct. I'm looking at
So
the charts, and it's definitely a pump and dump.
so why don't you like think about this? If we're looking at the options, right? And I think in Weibo it shows you how much people are going in and how much people are going out. Wouldn't that be a way of thinking of, okay, which way I think the stock may go up or the stock may go down, using that type of chart?
Can I jump in right there? You can figure that out by the news if you spend enough time. Like I know, for instance, Alan. That's why I say I trust Alan more than I trust Elon Musk, and I do a lot of analyzing. So if Alan comes to me and say certain things, especially, you know me, Ed, I never go in on something until I take my time to do the research. So I've been listening to a lot of the things that Alan brings to the table
Mm-hmm.
whenever we speak. And I take my time and put it together by what he's saying and paying attention before I actually say, you know what, it's a go. And what I've been seeing is the news that's being put out there, the things that we're hearing. Now we can start saying, okay, let me bring this thing. Hold on. Now we could say, like, listen, if they're saying something negative, let's go with puts, and you just watch it like that. Watch the news that's coming out, and take your chances and kind of predict what's happening. So for those who want to watch what's going on every day, our negative and positive news, sometimes net positive news is going to drive a stock down too. So you have to study to know which direction this is really going to go by studying each company. So just because somebody says something positive doesn't mean the stock's actually going to go up. Elon Musk going on SNL was a positive. So why did it go down? So you have to watch for these things to decide which direction this is going. And like right now, I can tell you with Dogecoin is going to be at 30 cents for a while. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm telling you off of factual information from how I see it move. So if somebody says something positive about it next week, it's probably going to go to 40 cents. And then if somebody says something negative, however long it takes them, it's probably going to go to 50 cents. And then if somebody say negative something again, it's going to go back down to 30 something cents. I've seen this movie before. So that's basically what you got to watch for. So again, I listen to what Alan says to me, and now I start to say, hey, that's why you hear him mentioning calls and puts, because we want to start doing that now, because I was saying to him, I feel like we're well invested in a bunch of different things. So now we can set up other accounts and start to make money every day or make money every week, however which way we decide to play it. But the opportunity is out there, and Hector, there is a lot of manipulation there. There is, like, I could have told you that American airline or any airline stock was going to go up. I could have told you that when COVID hit. So it's like we just got to use our common sense. It's like certain kids getting back to school, it's obvious that that's going to happen. AMC going up, it's obvious too that's going to happen. So certain things is just going to happen because what they're doing is they driving up a demand. We can't, it's like we seen this movie before, and I wasn't even part of the stock market, but I already see how it was going. But now that I'm part of it, now nobody's gonna play those games with me. I'm playing games right back. It's like, you can't fool me that the kids ain't gonna get back to school. You can't fool me. You know what I'm saying? You can't fool me that people are not gonna watch more things at home. There's certain things that's happening, and I can't be fooled. I'm too old for that. You can fool kids, you can fool people who likes to waste money, but you can't fool Savon no more. So it is manipulation. They plan 100 years ahead. They plan for a whole lifetime after us. We can't plan for next week. So a lot of it is manipulation. I really and truly believe that. The way I see things moving, there's plenty of manipulation, especially when it comes to poor people. Poor people like to waste money and all that FOMO and stuff like that. But trust me, they playing games. I truly believe in that. That's why I would never ever trust anything. Elon Musk cannot make me a millionaire. I will do that. So there's a lot.
But what they do, Savon, what they do as well is they create something called FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in fear and you uncertain and you're in doubt, what do? You grab your money and run and take your losses. That's what they're creating, especially when they know a stock is going to lift off. So you got to know there's people who have money who don't want you to have money.
True. Yeah.
So how many of us, if we invested in Bitcoin, and I sent Savon that chart, and that's why me and Savon we talk on a regular basis, because sometimes you need to hear, you need to know that you're not crazy, basically, because when you see your stock going down and they bring in all this negative news, they're just playing with your mind, playing with your money. They don't want you to be rich, but you gotta stick to it.
You got to stay the course.
Every
Absolutely.
time I have doubt, I look at the chart. I look at the chart when China banned Bitcoin at $7. If you look at Trump, when Trump was in office, what did they say? We're gonna ban TikTok. TikTok is one of the most popular social media platforms right now. I don't really use it, but TikTok is very popular, right? So if the US said they're gonna ban TikTok, did they do it yet? How come more people signing up? There's a new TikTok video every day. Hundreds of thousands of TikTok videos. So if TikTok went public, or when they do go public, they haven't done so yet. That's gonna be a multi-million-dollar company or billion-dollar company. So again, me personally, I believe China's just playing games. And if you research, you'll see that, again, I mentioned this, that the Chinese can actually outsource their mining. All these companies gonna do is move the mining outside of China. I posted a company, I believe they are founded in China. It's called Hello Pal, HLLPF. That's a social media platform. I believe they're founded in China, but guess where they're based? They're based in Canada right now. And guess what this company recently did? They're a social media platform, but they just bought a cryptocurrency mining company. I believe they got it at a big discount, $3.5 million. Look it up.
What was the
Ticker is
name?
posted in YouTube.
Is the HL?
Hello, pal. But the ticker symbol, correct. It's in the YouTube chat, and a lot of stuff will go under your nose and you don't catch it, So Savon is the one who put me onto this stock, and we discussed it. Then I started looking, researching this company and following the news on this company. And again, just last week, they bought a crypto mining company. And this company is a big supporter of Doge.
Yeah, I you see, one thing with the research is always there's always a link to something, like how I use Apple, because like you have to think about it, is like when Apple make their products, okay, where is Apple getting the products from? Who are they sourcing from? You just find out, okay, this piece right here is from this company that makes it for Apple. Everything has some kind of link to it for each of these companies. Not none of these companies is doing everything by itself. So like from what you were talking about, there's always a link to somebody else, and it's just like a puzzle, in my opinion.
And speaking of Apple, Apple is looking into getting into cryptocurrency as well. I think they posted some job positions. If you see that, if you look it up, So Apple know what's happening, and Apple is all about innovation. Apple hasn't been left behind, and they're not going to let that happen. So Apple is jumping on crypto.
And if they make
Just read the news on Apple.
official, if they make it like really official, that's
Well, Samsung's already been involved through XLM, Stellar Lumens, and also now they're gonna get ready to put cold wallets on the actual physical phone. So to store cold storage or vault storage. I forgot what they're calling it, but you can basically hold coin outside of networks on the physical phone, like with the built-in app.
Is that like the Apple Wallet?
No, they already do their version of Samsung Pay and Google Pay, but it's gonna hold cryptocurrency, like a ledger, like a ledger or any kind of um, crypto. What is it called? A crypto, not a wallet. It's a Nano Ledger. Nano has one. Well, it's called the Ledger Nano. It's a hardware wallet. Sorry, there we go. Secure crypto wallet. So it's basically a wallet to take your crypto off of the market. So let's say, for example, you don't trust Coinbase anymore and you have 50,000 XRP. You can take it out of XRP and put it into a cold storage wallet or crypto hard wallet.
Is that the same thing as putting it on your external hard drive?
No, it's an external hard drive won't have the encryption. It won't have an actual file. Somebody asked that, can you just put it into an external drive? It is an external drive, but without any encryption. I'll put it in the link. So Ledger is one of the largest companies, or one of the bigger known. The Ledger Nano S is one of them. It's like a $60 wallet. I'm gonna put it in the. Yeah, it's like a $60 wallet, and it's for. I just put it in the chat.
Which chat?
In the in the Google. Jesus, YouTube.
Same thing.
So Samsung is gonna work on doing hard wallets or
Hey,
cold wallets.
Hold a second, Ed.
Yes.
I need you to send me the long code, because when you sign in, it look like you signed me out. So I can't see the code. Send me the long code.
The long code.
Yeah, like when you sign in into Zoom, you could see a code, a long code.
Oh, okay. You mean okay?
You need an ID.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, I just see a message that says you signed in and signed me out.
Now. Check your email.
No, forget it. I already I signed back in. Hold on. All right, go ahead, Hector. I'm gonna mute myself. I signed back in.
No, that was it. It was just I had to dive a little deeper into this. It is a partnership with I think it's with crypto.com. No, that's wrong. I don't remember who the partnership is, but it is a hardware. It's a wallet, but I just don't want to call it a wallet, because a wallet can be just an app. But I think it's more of, there'll be software and hardware encryption. It's been in let me see, doubles down on the crypto with support for payments blockchain Stellar. That I already knew. That's actually why I started going with Stellar Lumens, because Samsung was all over it. But I can't find the other article. But basically, it's Ledger is one of the larger and the most well-known crypto wallets that you can bring, like a hardware wallet. and Samsung is going to do that with the phones, or is doing it. It's already available. But I just try to pick up an article bring up an article, but it's bringing up the Stellar Lumens article, with Samsung's first to join blockchain train in 2019 when they released their partnership with Stellar. Yeah, XLM. This is old news. This is one of the first like ahas, when I saw XLM partnership with Samsung. I was like, yeah, I'm on it. Um, for me, gentlemen, it is that time for me. I have to handle some chores and then do a little family time. I don't know if I'll be able to stay up and watch a movie with the family. I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm a little tired, but I know I have to drop off.
Yes, and me as well.
Drop off. What you dropping off? Dropping off that million?
I wish I could send you, some Doge, some. I wish I had enough for everybody. I tell you, I'm bitter with the Bitcoin. Should have been on top of that in 2004,
Mm-hmm.
but it's all good. Um, that million. I don't know if you heard any of this. MetaHash is at a penny, so it's one of those that I'm watching. So maybe you can grab 1 million of those. 20,000 MetaHash. So that's one that I'm watching. I want to scoop up a couple of pennies, penny coins. And yeah, gentlemen, I'm gonna have to. I had a hard stop. I don't know if you guys are gonna close, but I have to jump. Um, I've been summoned a few times.
All right. Well, I had a special guest coming in, but everybody leaving us, so I guess they ain't coming in no more. Well, hold on. She is coming
Yes,
in. Hold
I-
on. She's right here. She got in.
There we go, new face. Is that Cardia? Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Hello, good evening. Not hearing me?
Good evening. Yes, we hear you. Sorry, I was reaching for the mute button also.
Hi, Mr. Ed. You guys are coming up now. I'm late.
There's always next week. And I saw another name, but I guess he was just listening. Tristan was kind of on, but he might have been just lurking. Was Tristan on?
I see you had Tristan, and we had Alan, and Savon, and now Cardia. But I have to go.
Join next week. I got a hard stop at 10. I was supposed to try to drop off at 10, and it clearly didn't happen. So I said, all right, I'm going to push it to 10:30.
All right,
All
have a
right,
good
well,
night.
before you guys go, this is Cardia, and that's my lady.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alan, here.
Okay.
Alan.
Alan is gone.
Okay, so you link up next week.
Yes, I'm here.
Next
I
week.
was on mute. I'm here.
So Hector and Alan, Ed already know that's my lady right there. That's my.
All right, guys. All right, guys. Next week.
Next week. This is the one that puts up with all of your nonsense. I understand. Very special lady.
You put up with nonsense, Cardi?
Alrighty.
I'd rather not to say on this live.
Oh gosh.
Okay, I'm coming off now, so talk to you soon.
Yeah, we're all coming off. We're gonna end. Thank you for coming on and being supportive. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alan? Alan, you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is Cardia, Alan. We're gonna wrap it
Yes.
up. But yeah, this is Cardia who I've been speaking to you about. You heard?
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Helen. Nice to meet you too.
Yep. All right, guys. Everybody, seems like everybody want to go home.
Yes, it's late.
Yeah.
It's bedtime.
All right, Alan. So I will speak to you
Good night.
tomorrow. Have a good night.